time this week, man. NFL games rolling, not just one. So, I mean, the pre-show was last week, and now we're on to the main entree, the 20-ounce ribeye steak.
You know I like some entrees.
I know you do, Micro.
I'm a big eater, Jay. I don't know if you know that about me, but I love some food, man.
I don't know. I celebrated today, man, and I also ate some food. 25 wings down the hatch, and people were like, "Why do you eat so much food?" And I said, "What? That was the appetizer."
Tell them.
Come on now.
You have to eat.
Yeah.
You have to eat.
2 rounds. 2 more. Come on. 75 wings.
I just don't believe that. I just don't believe that.
They said I could have played offensive line. They did say that.
Well, that's a compliment.
No, yeah, those big fat dudes. Respect.
Dude, some of the most athletic players in the field. Now, I will have to say that D-line is a lot more athletic. And
no, D-end's the most athletic person on the field, and I stand by that. I was playing D-end in high school.
Okay, well, that might be a biased thing. But, I mean, I played both D-end and D-tackle, and I dominated at both. So, you can keep talking if you want to.
North Carolina, yeah, for sure. Anyway, let's get into what the people came here for.
Okay.
Just kidding. Football. Here we go.
Jay Money, everyone's here for you. All right, well, welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Not sure what episode, really don't care what episode number it is at this point, but we're here to talk about some NFL preseason, and that's what we're going to give you. Some of the games that happened, I was unable to watch one of them. I couldn't find it, but I watched a little bit of the Colts-Ravens game, and Jay Money over here watched the majority of it. I wanted to talk about a couple players on that team, the Ravens specifically. Keon Martin. You don't know who that is. Nobody knows who that is.
People here, like, who's that guy?
No, nobody would. And
never met that guy.
That's one of the main reasons why I want to bring him up. I watched him play, and yes, it is preseason. You're not going against the best team. You're not going in real game speed. But Keon Martin is a Ravens DB, and I think he is going to be a breakout player come midseason if injuries happen, or even in the following year signing big contracts. Now, the reason I say that, you might just be like, hey, Mike, dude, he's a rookie. Why? Why do you even care about him? That's where these players come from, rookies. You see them come in, and a lot of them aren't drafted.
They come as rookies, guys.
Dude, right? But I want to talk about him because the few plays I did get to see him, he has a great reaction time, great awareness to the ball, and he knows where the ball is 24/7. Breaking speed is absolutely absurd. Riley Leonard, he was coming down, he was rushing, and Keon Martin ate him up. There was also a play, he had about a 7 yards, he was 7 or 8 yards back when they threw the ball, and he closed that and caused a deflection.
Nice.
That doesn't happen with rookies very often. Now you do have those standout corners that come in like Sauce Gardner that take over. He's not a big name dude, but I think mid-season, if not this season, next season, he's going to be a starter and get a very large contract because he's going to be a great defender. Another guy I want to talk about, Mike Green. I'm sure you know that guy.
He was a guy, we talked highly about him on our little pre-draft pod. Mike Green was a guy that I thought could go first round, should have gone first round. Dog. I mean, I think the only reason he didn't because he didn't play like SEC football. But man, the few minutes I saw him play in this game, dog, dude. He looks ready and he's developing nice, and I think he's going to be a weapon on that D line for them, man.
So I'm glad you pointed that out. SEC football, obviously, that's a prestigious conference, and those are where a majority of the standout NFL players come from. That being said, 17 sacks in a season. It doesn't matter where you're playing. If you do 17 sacks in a season, you're an animal, and you need to be a starter in the NFL. Now, obviously, you have to get used to the speed, the size, and all the different schemes that come with playing in the NFL. But 17 sacks, I would look at the coach and be like, hey, give me a chance. Let me play. Let me prove myself
second round
now.
pick should play, But
I understand that. That is exactly why he dropped, and that's why they need it. Obviously, it's SEC. You're going to look at them and see big players, big-time games. That's where they come from. But these guys, Mike Green, you said he should have been a first-round pick. He shouldn't have fell that far, and I would use that as a chip on his shoulder to play even harder.
I hope so.
I want your opinions on that. If obviously he's a rookie, is he going to start for them? Is he going to be a starter after this preseason?
I think so. I mean, I think they're playing him now kind of to get him going, just get that motor used to NFL speeds. It's a little different schemes, obviously. And I think if anything, he'll be rotational beginning season, or third down guy starting off. Like, hey, third down, third long, go in. Um, but as an offensive guy, I'm big offense tied in over here, 6 years. Uh,
Pretty boy.
I watch offense pretty blatant, and so I watch mainly the offensive guys in the game. I just do pay attention to defense, just because college ball used to breaking down film, the guys in defense. But I'm looking at Riley Leonard and fucking Tyler Warren, obviously my guy. And I think Riley Leonard showed some promise in that game and is in this game. He actually looks kind of ready. I thought Daniel Jones.
Well, no, okay. We definitely need to talk about Daniel Jones.
I think we need to take him out back behind wherever stadium they're playing at and say, hey, buddy, you see that guy out there with the grocery cart? You're going to join him because you're done. Bye-bye.
I mean, yeah.
He's looking bad against third-string defenses.
Yeah, he's a veteran
Anthony
quarterback.
Richardson.
What about him?
I don't know. I thought he looked decent, too. I mean, I don't think I think with more experience, he could be a starter in the NFL. Riley Leonard honestly looked the same. And out of those, Daniel Jones, who's played in the NFL longer, looked horrible. And I feel bad because, I don't know, it was the way he was throwing the ball. He's throwing pin missiles on, like, double-covered receivers doing a comeback. I'm like, buddy, what are we doing? And Tyler Warren looked good.
I think part of the problem with Daniel Jones, is he came out hot. He was doing pretty well with the Giants when he's starting. And now he's content with where he's at with his money. He's not playing for prestige anymore.
I don't know what it is.
He's not content, or he is content with what he's doing. He has his money, he has his house. That could be the problem, and sometimes that's what happens. All these younger players come out and they're working on their bodies, working on their craft, and he's just kind of sitting back enjoying the paychecks. You mentioned Riley Leonard. I do want to talk about him because he was a very good quarterback in college. And I think he will be a standout quarterback here in the coming years. I think the Colts should take a shot and start him just out the rip. The reason being, Daniel Jones ain't going to help anything.
I don't know what
you're going to. If you start Daniel Jones, you are going to lose a huge portion of your fan base right off the beginning because he's not going to perform. Now, if you start a rookie in there from a business decision, that's a lot of hype. And if he goes in there and performs well, then you have your franchise quarterback, and there's no questions asked. If he sucks, you always drop him, put the next guy in. Daniel Jones, you've seen him. He's not going to perform well. You're going to have a mediocre season, if not a losing season. And then come down to it, everyone's going to be like, hey, you had this standout quarterback in college. Why haven't you played him? So from a coaching standpoint, you need to put Riley Leonard in there, give him a shot. If he sucks in 3-4 games, okay, understand it, pull him out, let him learn a little bit more. Staying on the Ravens game, you mentioned, or not yet, but before this, you mentioned LeJohntay Wester, the punt returner. I want you to talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, who's this guy taking his punt back? Boom! Hit the Rockets, gone. And he looks right now the best receiver playing for the Ravens. When he's in there, a receiver, I think he was the deep target. Dude's fast, has good awareness, saw the hole, got ground, and then that's what you need from a returner. Speed, sees the hole, doesn't hesitate, goes, meets the ball before the ball gets there. Dude showed promise. I think he's off this one game, I'd say you learned at least rotational punt returner. I don't know who it would be for them if they have a vet back there. But I was like, this dude could be something special. Put him out there, deep ball, merchant, whatever you need to do, get this guy some reps. Obviously, probably start kick returner, punt returner, work his way in with their depth chart receiver, but. I saw that and like, let me look into that guy. That guy's gonna be something special.
So I like how you mentioned he'd get rotational reps at punt returner or kick returner. I think we're seeing now coming into the NFL is more primary guys for punt return, kick return instead of having, like, for example, Tyreek Hill. You have a fast dude.
Exactly.
You have a fast dude. Put him out there. Why not? I think you're going to start seeing more of just primary returners. The only reason being, you got to keep them really healthy. Whenever they go in, that is your opportunity to flip field. And if you got a guy in there that can make decisions and get the ball on the other side of the 50, why not keep him there and keep him healthy, keep him rested? When the time comes, put him in. LeJohntay Wester, if he does stay, he definitely needs to stay at returner. Yes, having him at receiver would be fantastic. You have a speedster out there. The Ravens have enough weapons. Why?
That's the thing for him. Yeah, they have weapons.
So if I was him, I'd be like, hey, if I'm not going to start a receiver, start me a returner.
Yeah, and
Make his breakout
I think
there.
he earned that spot in this preseason. He's like, hey, put me out there, got a rep, took it, and yeah, Ravens are one of the most I feel like good, experienced, in-depth teams. Should win a Super Bowl. I mean, they're vets. I mean, their running back room tonight full of guys that have experience, and they looked great. I was like, dang, I mean, they got Derrick Henry and all this. Like, I'd be excited if I saw these two guys that were taking reps, Mitchell and Ollie, in the preseason. I'm like, I'd be happy those guys were my guys. I mean, but then they have Derrick Henry on top of that. I'm like, bro.
No, they're definitely a super team, and as the season progresses, especially starting week 1 of the regular season, we're going to make our bold predictions in terms of who Super Bowl contenders are, and maybe someone has a really hot take.
And if a fan's smart, they put their life savings on whoever we pick.
We are not giving any financial advice or betting advice. Don't listen to J Money. I mean, his name is J Money.
If you don't want to live in a mansion, I get it. Okay, but you'll see at the week 1 podcast, Saints are winning the Super Bowl. Boom!
Don't listen to him. He is blinded by
Instant millionaire. Instant.
Don't listen
Just
to
fucking
him.
buy the house now. Do it.
Okay. Well, that'll come week 1. I wanted to talk. Obviously, you're not going to see him much at all, which hurts me, but it is what it is. Devin Leary, the backup quarterback for the Ravens, he went to State. He performed pretty well, and then he went to Kentucky.
He was a decent State quarterback.
Yeah, and then he went to Kentucky, and now he's on the Ravens. I like the dude. Good quarterback, NFL caliber, absolutely not. He makes too many mistakes. It's moving too fast for him. He's going to be a career backup, and that's just what it is. Now, people in positions that are going to be career backups that only get in if quarterback gets injured, they're blowing him out, whatever it may be. He still needs to perform at a level that says, hey, I'm here if you need me. And he has not been doing that, and he needs to be. If he wants to stay in the NFL and keep a quarterback job and be able to talk to all his women like, hey, I'm a quarterback in the NFL, he needs to get his shit together. You can't get to the NFL and just be suffice. You got to still prove that you need to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was decent at NC State. Went to Kentucky. I thought he was ass. Pardon language. Family friendly here. And
shout out Sketch.
And I was watching this game, man, and I'm like, Devin Leary. Sounds familiar. Kind of forgot about him. I was like, dude, that's that quarterback. Horrible. And what's going to happen after this game? Him and Daniel Jones are going to go be homeless because they don't deserve it. There's better guys. I've caught better balls from better guys. You know what I'm saying? I have seen great balls in my lifetime, and these guys, Devin Leary does not have doesn't have it. I mean, some people just don't have it. I mean, he runs with the ball, and he looks somewhat athletic. Respect. You know what I'm saying?
I'm willing to say that I throw the ball better than Daniel Jones. I'm willing to throw it out there.
You throw a piss missile, buddy. I mean,
I can hit you moving. I can hit you anywhere. I'm there. I would agree with you. I mean, my problem is, and this is why some people ourselves included, get drawn away from the NFL. They get into the league and they play really well for 2 or 3 seasons, and then they lose their dream to play football. They made it to the top level. They're getting big contracts. They're content with what they're doing. So what's the need to keep going? That's the problem. There's no loyalty. Everyone's just chasing a contract. And that's my problem with the league. There needs to be, in my opinion, more restrictions on trades. Which we will talk about later with a really high trade that's coming up. The trading is out of control. I mean, there's no loyalty to any programs. Do you see Dak Prescott? He's ruining a franchise because why? He believes he needs $50 million. No, you don't, dude. And once you get to a certain amount of money, you don't need any more money. That is your problem if you're running out of money. So I think there needs to be more restrictions on how these trades work and how often they can happen, but that's another freaking issue that can talk about later. We're going to move on. We're going to start talking about the gem that everyone seemed to love in college, Ashton Genty. He's a star running back. He is playing tonight. We haven't got to see him yet. But if I was Ashton, if I was him, which I'm not because that is a freak among men, I would go to the coaching staff and say, hey, I took 30 carries a game. I carried this team. I need to be out there to prove to you that I can play. That way he can be a starter. He needs to be a starter. And even if, like you said, it's a different packages, that's fine. But he needs to tell them, hey, you need to get me out there and play, because 30 carries in any level is fantastic. Let alone in Division I college football. Then you go into the league. Even if he only gets 6 carries, that is more than enough for him to show you what he can do, as long as the O-line comes out and blocks for him.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to play their starting online, which is something so crazy to me. Is they'll play a quarterback that they could see starting, and that second string O-line's in there.
And that doesn't help his case at all. If you're putting these players in there, you need to give them the opportunity to succeed. Not saying that second string O-line, D-line, whatever it may be, is bad, because you are at the highest level of professional football.
Right.
But
exactly.
The drop-off from a starter to a second string in the NFL, most of the time, is a huge difference. Even if, I know it's no comparison, but look at the Madden games or at your college football games. You'll look at the depth chart and see 88 overall. Then your second strings are 56. There is a huge difference in these players and the caliber they're playing. So if you're putting a quarterback that you're seeing as a potential starter, you need to put them in the position to succeed for real game time. Because if you're putting him in there with third string O-line and he's getting walloped, he has no chance to throw the ball. And you're going to see him run away. You're going to see him throwing completes. You're going to see him throw picks. And then you look at it and you're looking at the stats afterwards. And you're like, wow, you threw 3 interceptions and you were 3 for 14. What happened? That's your fault. You didn't put him in a position to succeed. And now his job's on the line because you didn't do your job as a coach to give him that position. But I think Ashton's going to be a standout player as long as he stays healthy. A lot of these running backs, they get injured, they get worn down. That's why you see a lot of running backs, they get to the rookie contract, and then they dip off, which obviously there's exceptions. Saquon Barkley, insane running back. But a lot of these, you see them work out their rookie contract, and then they fall off because that's what they are. They're workhorses, and they don't get paid enough for what they do in terms of the running backs because they are a huge key. If you have no rush game, you can't pass the ball. You can't.
Right.
So if I was Ashton, I'd like to see at least 8 rushes out of him. But again,
that was a number, I think. 8 to 12 is probably realistically what he's going to get. He's probably going to get 1 to 2 drives, just like Joe Burrow did tonight, which was crazy to me. But I enjoyed watching it. But I don't see anything more than that. I mean, maybe if like a situation comes up that they want him to get like experience on, like a 4th and goal or something. But I would expect to see him very little, unfortunately. But he is something that I'll be watching for sure. Hopefully.
Well, what I was going to say is, I mean, what else is the preseason for? You're obviously not putting in your top tier starters that you already had in the previous season.
Yeah, it's to get these guys ready and experience and kind of test things out, people in different situations.
You're trying to build your 53-man roster.
As an NFL team.
You were trying to build this roster. Let them freaking play and let them try to get out there. If you're not going to start your starters, hey, put the rookies in. Let them play the whole damn game.
It's a little expensive when it's like, first round generational pick, right?
If you're not going to allow them to play that, how are you going to get the confidence to say, hey, you're starting? You see that in training camp, fine.
That's why we all these rookies come in, and Cam Moore probably won't play that much, and he's gonna week 1. Well, now have 60 minutes. Good luck. Yeah, we didn't get to hit everything in practice. You only got like a few reps with the first team, and then you got like 2 minutes week 1. You got like 4 minutes week 2, 6 week 3. You got a quarter week 4. Guess what? Week 1 comes. Boom. Give me 60 minutes. And he's like, bro, it's moving like 10 times faster than the 2 minutes I was used to, bro. When the third string and second string defense are in, this is crazy. And now I'm out here with the best of the best now, and it's I'm getting sacked before my fucking hut goes.
And I get what they're trying to do, because you're getting them in there. You don't want to get hurt. You want to get used to it.
Exactly.
And the people that do survive this and come out, they are fantastic players because they adjusted quick. But some people, they don't adjust that quick, and then they lose their chance, which I get. But if you're trying to build generational talent and you're trying to build a dynasty, you need to allow these players to play, and you need to give them as much time as you can when it doesn't matter. You could lose every single preseason game by 60. and you could still go and make the playoffs, win the Super Bowl. You need to allow these players to get in here and adjust to it, full speed the entire game, and then work with them in training camp and in practice to adjust what they need to fix. They could go throw 18 interceptions, but you can fix that in practice.
Yeah.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah, we are.
I think. I mean, unless you're done.
No, man, I'm excited, man. We're here. We are all here, man.
All right, well, I'm ending the podcast. Here. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week, all right? All right, peace.
That's hurtful.
No, I want to talk about a tank at linebacker. Micah Parsons. Okay. They are trading him, and
He requested to be traded.
The Cowboys franchise as a whole is fraudulent, and Jerry Jones needs to get out of that. And if I was anyone above him, or the board, I'd get him away. He is ruining this. You overpaid Zeke. You overpaid Dak. Now you're getting rid of Micah Parsons, one of the best linebackers in the NFL. Are you trying to throw away your whole team? Now,
yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Obviously, this isn't a money issue because he would take a pay that if you wanted to stay there. It wouldn't be a negotiation. Big, hey, this is where we're at. Meet in the middle. Boom, you're good. So, like we mentioned before, I don't think he's going to re-sign with Dallas. Now, I wanted to talk with you to see potential teams that you can see him going to.
Yeah. I don't know what Jerry Jones is doing, right? General manager, owner of the Cowboys. I mean, he's dealt with several elite players throughout his tenure there, right? Mike Parsons is an elite level player, and he's just done with the whole way it's dealt with, right? It's from the business standpoint. I think he's happy with the team, right? The chemistry he's made. I think he's friends with those guys, but handling his own business, I think he was like, "This is crazy. I'm done." Requested a trade, and I don't know how that's going to get resolved because it's not a payment option problem. So I don't know how he gets fixed if he just sits out and takes the fine. But where he wants to go, I think, and where they're gonna trade him are two different areas. I think he wanted to go to the Bucks. Was a thing. He came out top 4 teams.
I'll take him, baby.
Go there. Yeah. But I could see them trading him to the Browns, Rams, and I think the Raiders were among talks I heard that could take him. You know, they're just trying to. I mean, any team would take this guy, right? So I mean, what are we talking about here? I mean,
at the end of the day.
Me. Oh wait, I did. Not there.
I mean, hot take. Obviously, there's two teams in my head that would. Obviously, the whole NFL would take them aside from apparently the Cowboys. Two teams: Ravens, Eagles. They're already super teams. I'm assuming
if he wants to go win championships, he's going to try to go there. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's his choice, to be honest. Right?
I mean, no, because he's under contract and he requested a trade. It's not that he's out of contract just waiting. If he were, and I don't see why he wouldn't, I don't see why any NFL player wouldn't want to be chasing rings and championships because that's where more of the money comes in. Bonuses, incentives, why not?
Legacy.
Yeah. You're marked in history. Now, if one of the teams were to get him, which I hope the league wouldn't allow, that would be absurd.
If the Eagles got him, I would not watch NFL, and we would go strictly to college, folks. We would,
absolutely. If that comes through, you will not see an NFL podcast for the rest of the season.
That's the Super Bowl winners.
I'm interested when you heard about Micah possibly going to the Bucs.
Yeah, it was on X, so a lot of fake news out there, right? And so I saw he named 4 teams that he was ideally one of the.
So this came straight from him.
An analysis that talked to him,
okay.
Right? And so I guess it came straight through him through another source, right? So when I saw the Bucs, I immediately went and threw up and panic attack for about 2 hours crying, and I was like, if that happened, what would I do?
If that happened, there'd be 3 NFL podcasts a week, 3 focusing straight on the Bucs and how they're going to demolish the Saints. But we're
and I'd sit here in silence and take it, folks. I would.
I wouldn't mind. The problem with this is we grew up in a time where there was a lot of loyalty with these programs, and Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers.
The GOAT. Yeah.
They stayed with their team. So seeing Micah,
Brady's gonna stay with the team, but it's whatever. Okay. Even Tom Brady, but it's whatever. It's honestly he doesn't know ball, folks. He doesn't know
how
ball,
long was Tom Brady with the Patriots?
and he left because he's fake.
Did he win a ring?
Drew, Drew Brees got kicked out of San Diego. Okay, they
Why did
didn't
he,
want him.
why did he get kicked out?
He messed up his shoulder. They didn't think he could play anymore, so they drafted Philip Rivers and like bye bye Drew. And then Drew went to Miami. He was almost going to go to Miami, but the Saints, luckily, something the
But
Miami didn't go because they didn't like his
how
physical.
long was their tenure at each team?
There you go. I mean, yeah, they stayed once they found their team. Yeah, I mean, and then Tom
So
Brady
was
like,
that loyalty?
I want to go to. To some aspects, yeah. Drew
That-
Brees more. No.
Oh yeah, he's always more. Okay, all right, yeah.
He
Cool.
didn't go like, hey, you guys don't give me elite receivers. Let me go play for I don't know some fucking crazy team at the time.
It's
Drew Brees
crazy.
is the goat.
We're gonna move on because this guy's delusional. But we're talking about loyalty and good programs, and then we're gonna go to two of the most dumpster fire programs in the past 10 years. I want to talk about the Browns and Panthers game that's coming up.
Oh, I'll tell you about.
How was
the
it?
Saints.
No, I mean you guys are getting there. You're like sliding down
We're
the
about
chute.
to be. The next 10 years, yeah, obviously.
I want to talk about this game specifically for two reasons. Shador Sanders, he's starting.
Starting, yes, sir.
Which I personally did not think was going to happen, but it is preseason, so they need to do that, and that's what we talked about earlier. This needs to happen to get him the reps. I also want to talk about McMillan, the Panthers wide receiver, as well as Jimmy Horton.
Yeah.
But let's first talk Horton. Horton, here's a who.
Who?
Who?
What the hell?
Shador Sanders is the main focus here.
Yeah.
I hate the guy. I wish we never had to talk about him, but here we are. He's going to be playing. Now, I feel like this is either going to go really well for him or really poorly. All the hype that's surrounding him, he needs to...
That's a good take. Write that down, folks. Write it down.
This dude. Hey, I'm looking for a new co-host. If anyone wants to join, that's fantastic. One that keeps his mouth shut.
Can't be replaced. Oh, wow.
What are your thoughts on Shador and how he's going to perform in this first game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure the news when it came out, it's like this. I think they said he has not got any first team reps in camp at all, and they're like, "Well, how's this going to happen? He's going to go start." And I was like, "Well, that's kind of how it works, right?"
I'll tell you how it happened.
I think
Dion sent a big fat check over and said, "Pay him. Let
that'd
him
be crazy
play."
if that happened. But I mean, I'm excited for this kid. Big opportunity. This is literally what like you dream of as a like Tom Brady coming in. It was like, let me start week 1 in preseason. I'll show you who I am. And so great opportunity for this young guy. I'm excited to see what he can do. I don't know if he would do much. I don't know what weapons he'll have available for the Browns. Excited to see the guy. I'm also excited. I mean, the quarterback room for the Browns is massive. I think it's like 6 deep, 5 deep. So I'm excited to see him and Dalian Gabriel. That's my guy. I think he's going to be a dog. So I'm excited to see those two guys play. And then obviously on the other side of the ball, the two receivers. I think Jimmy Horton Jr., he was exciting watching Colorado. I think he was really underrated. And I'm excited to see that guy ball. To me, this is the spotlight game, besides obviously watching my team figure out their quarterback. But this is highlight football. This is peak football, and we might see Shador Sanders start his legacy at the Browns, which is hard to do because they're a garbage franchise. But I'm excited. What do you? I mean, you said you hate the guy, but are you at least excited to see this guy go ball out? I mean, let's go back 2 years, right? Everyone watched first game of Colorado, and then week 2, and then week 3, and then they were 4-0, and it was like, he's legit, and then
Because why? Why did that happen?
Because he played Big Ten football I guess not Big Ten, but he played against Oregon one year and got destroyed, and then his daddy couldn't save him at that point.
Because he's not a legit player. His name got him where he is. His name got him where he is. I think, I mean, obviously I want to see all these guys succeed because they're living out their dream, and that one I could not do. So I hope they do well, and I hope they perform well and get their checks and get their money. But Wow, it's going to be a uphill battle for Shador, especially being on the Browns. That's
Yeah,
going to
and
be a
a deep
battle,
quarterback room. Yeah,
and I
it's
think
a like as a quarterback, I think draft night. I mean, you're obviously like, I hope any team takes me, but I think you always have your fingers crossed. Not the Browns. Not the
no, yeah,
Browns.
absolutely, and
I mean,
I think that I'd, I'd like to say that Dylan Gabriel is going to be a starter over him. Now, the hype surrounding him, another team might pick him up and put him in as a starter that needs him, but if he's going to play, he needs to gain some size and he needs to actually work on his craft a little more. He's obviously performing
yeah.
pretty decent
I
enough
mean,
to be a starter in preseason.
yeah. I mean, both these guys, unfortunately, quarterback room so deep. How many reps can you get in a practice, right? And then it comes down to how many reps can you get in a preseason game. And unfortunately, having such a deep quarterback room, yeah, it brings up competition. These guys want to compete with one another, but limited reps the whole time. So we might only see Shador get like a quarter, and then Dylan get quarter two, and then they just picked up another quarterback, and he might get three, and then Kenny Pickett might get four. I mean, unfortunately for these guys, it's a limited opportunity, and they got to take full responsibility and take it to full advantage, right? So hopefully they do that, but probably dumpster fire because if you don't have one quarterback, you have none, right? And
No,
if you have two,
absolutely. And
you have none.
if you have like you said too many, that does
Yeah, it's a problem.
worse than having just two.
Yeah, these
You,
guys are working like 1 week with the twos and then the threes, the fours, and then rotating. Like maybe one day he won't get team reps, right? So I mean, it's crazy. It's unfortunate.
what
So it's gonna be
people
hard. I feel like
what people don't
who knows?
understand, especially those or specifically those that have not played in a team sport kind of aspect, is that chemistry is above all. You can have the most
Yes.
athletic dudes on the field and you put them together and they don't play well together, they're going to suck. You might get a couple
Yep.
breakout plays and do well, but the team that's been together the longest and knows how each other plays, the timing, that team is going to come out on top because that is the biggest thing. If you have a quarterback or four that have dealt with all these receivers, how do all these receivers adjust to the timing of this? How do they adjust to play styles?
Yeah.
They cannot do that.
Like one record with Shador, next with Dylan, two different style throwing quarterbacks, different 1-2s, different steps. I mean, it's hard. Different balls. It's
They're gonna
it's probably a
need
dumpster fire over there.
they're gonna need to decide who their starter is for regular season, and they're gonna need to bite the bullet and stick with it.
Deshaun Watson, yeah, is he not gonna be there? I don't know if he's suspended. I don't know if we can even say his name, right?
I banned that from my vocabulary. That guy's wow.
I mean, you're still
Yikes.
paying him hundreds of millions of dollars,
No,
right?
yeah,
I mean,
he did good
I
for
don't know.
him.
I haven't heard anything from that guy, so I don't know if he's like allowed to be there. So
I'm sure he's banned from the premises, but I
he's
stopped.
still on the roster, right?
I don't even know. Like you said, you haven't heard much from him, so I haven't even taken a second thought. I didn't even know he was still in the league. I knew he got his check, but I thought they just kind of set him to the back and said, "Hey, you're going to sit here drinking water on the bench until your contract's up, then you're gone."
Oh, he's not healthy. As long as he's not playing. Okay, continue though.
Okay, well, what we already talked about Jimmy Horn.
Give me a massage. What?
You can give me a massage. I want to talk about McMillan. You said Jimmy Horn. Obviously, that's a name that has not been mentioned much. McMillan? Did that freak you out?
I think you said you can give me a massage, and it just
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
rub me the right way.
Well, apparently you don't are because you're not giving me a massage. But there's McMillan. He's part of the weapon with Jimmy Horn. I'm excited to see the Panthers play because they are building, and they have a lot of young guys.
Yeah, I think they can be good.
I think they are going to be good. Super Bowl caliber, I don't think so. Now that
No, I don't
has to
think-
come
yeah.
with how the first half of the season goes.
No.
But I still think they're way
No.
too young and
No.
they don't have all the pieces together.
No. Yeah, they're a few years away.
Now, we are going to go forward a little bit, and we're going to talk about another dumpster fire program, the Saints versus the Chargers.
I saw the smile. Like, here it comes.
That game's going to be exciting. Now, I did have a couple questions for you, specifically about your quarterback room, because that is a
Yeah.
very big worry for you as a fan,
Yeah.
and for them
As
as,
a
an
fan, yeah, for
organization.
sure.
Um,
Yeah.
You have one of your favorite quarterbacks of all time, Spencer Rattler.
I hate that guy.
He's probably going to be your starter. Now, you do have Show that he got drafted. Now everyone knows from some clip that he is not the best quarterback. So I'm excited to see them play and them figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to see if you could choose, if you had the final say, who would you put as a starting quarterback?
Okay, if you take away personal reasons and like emotions and just blank slate, Spencer Rattler, he's been in the
Yes, I
NFL
wanted to
longer.
hear you say that, baby. Oh, let's go, Rattler.
Now, if you go back in time and watch Netflix series QB1 or whatever, and you watch Spencer Rattler there, you tell me you want that guy to play for your program? It's a no. It's a please. I rather suffer than watch that guy take on my team. But what I've inside sources with the Saints, I got deep connections there. My boy Drew, obviously. I've just heard that Spencer Rattler's been doing really good in camp. Show's been struggling, and then Jake Hayner has been mediocre. So I think that Spencer Rattler is probably gonna be our quarterback. Who knows? But I am excited for this game mainly because the Chargers looked good in the Hall of Fame game, and now they're gonna probably play a few more of their key players. So I'm excited to see my team fail miserably at quarterback and bash my head into a wall after like this is my life for the next year, and it's probably gonna be messy. But I'll be Chargers looked good. Excited to see them continue to look good. Maybe the Saints defense will be good. Probably not. But hope. There's always hope for Archie Manning.
That's what I
And
was
the
just about
Gus.
to say.
My sweet little Gus.
There needs to be kind of a year of what the Panthers are doing with
Exactly.
You're just accepting that you're going to suck and you blow it for 3 years and then rebuild.
2, maybe.
You need at least 3, and I'm sorry that you're hearing that, but that's what it's going to be. And you need to focus on building up your players rather than trading and picking up free agents. Yeah, obviously, you can get whatever veterans you want, but they're getting older, and that's not going to help you in the long run. So
Yeah, agreed.
Your quarterback room is a disaster, and I hope they do figure it out soon because I want a good game against the Bucks here coming up.
Spencer Rattler could be the next Drew Brees. Okay. And
No. We're not skipping past that. If you said that, that means he is not contending with Tom Brady at all. If Spencer Rattler has a chance to be the next Drew Brees, you just dug yourself a grave.
Tom Brady. Okay, it's pretty close.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
But Chargers have Hampton, right? The UNC running back who looked good. So that's okay. When the Saints are in the field, yeah. But I'm really watching for this kid because he had what 4 carries or something. I hope he gets more.
Marion Hampton is an insane running back. He got lost in the shadows.
You watched him firsthand.
I did. Yeah, I did. And it wow. Wow. Okay. That hurt.
I would hide it. I would hide the logo though.
No.
National champ. You got one of those, buddy? No.
Can you pull it up a little further?
No, I cannot.
It's not football, but that's okay.
We're at everything school. Gymnastics, women's basketball, all the sports that matter.
No. We're gonna move on.
Love that sport, women's basketball.
We talked about the Saints. There's not much else, unless you have something that you want to talk about specifically with the Saints. But the biggest problem I see is your quarterback room because that is the heart of your offense.
Excited to see Kellen Moore's offense in New Orleans. That's about it. I mean, not much to it. We're hoping for the best. Probably won't get the best. That's it.
We'll have to see, and I'm hoping they do well for your sake because I want to talk to you for the next 20 weeks.
Yeah.
But
you won't. Yeah.
I want to talk about also we're going to my team. Titans.
There we go.
The Bucks.
Patriots. Oh.
The Patriots are the main team, yes. And God help me because we
doesn't see it, but he didn't. Let's just cut it.
The Bucks had a good draft and some good additions to specifically their offense. Now, the defense did get some pickups, and we're going to talk about Shiloh when it comes up to it. I wanted to first, we started with quarterbacks, so I'm going to go with quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield. I have some serious questions about him. He does perform well when it comes down to it. But I don't know if he needs to be the starter. He's a great quarterback when he needs to be, especially come playoffs. You see him. He's very passionate about his game, and he's been doing good. Some flipped the switch when he was playing last year. and that needs to be flipped now. There's no mid-season flip. There's no mid-season, let me get my shit together. You need to do that now. That way, when it comes down to it, there's no questions if you're making the playoffs or not. Now, I think you said that Teddy Bridgewater was just signed to the
Yeah,
Bucs?
so he just signed with the Bucks. I don't know if he just joined, so I doubt he plays. But we've seen quarterbacks come in like Jason Dobbs, I think first name Jason. Came
Josh
in and
Dobbs. Josh
week.
Dobbs.
Thank you. Yes, and he came and played week 1 with the team. But this is preseason. You probably don't want to rush it. He's a veteran guy. He knows the NFL. Could be a role model for these guys because I think they have a. I doubt Baker plays, but I mean, I don't know how much depth their quarterback room is. I know they have Kyle Trask, who's probably going to take a majority of the reps. Unfortunately, he's mediocre. But I was excited for the Bucks for their receiving room that came in because I mean Baker now he's not consistent, but he can be elite. Right, we've seen him play with the Rams that one year. Dog. I mean, he came in Browns. He did his thing, right? You discredit him but the Browns as an organization is just not too good. Had success with the Panthers for a little bit, went to the Rams. Now he's with the Bucks, and they're letting him do his thing, right? And so now they're giving him weapons where now he can go do what he did in college with these like fast elite receivers. And I think they got a bang for the buck in the draft, right? They got dude I cannot pronounce your name, Mika
Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah, dog that's going to be fucking my team for the next 10 years. And then they got Tez Johnson from Oregon. So, I mean, they're loading up their team. And they had a good defense last year, and now they're kind of getting that elite offense rolling. They're getting Baker weapons. And I'm excited to watch these guys, young Bucks, play. I don't know it's going to be with, like, Kyle Trask, unfortunately.
I am excited to see the Bucks play. And you mentioned how our defense was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why... I mean, obviously, we had some people leave. We had some people retire. We had some key players that are gone now. That's why I said I wouldn't mind the Micah pickup. From a coaching standpoint, he's already an amazing athlete, but you need a leader in that defense that's going to get their shit together and make sure they're playing good ball. Our offense can be as good as they want to be, but if our defense can't stand up to them, there's no choice. There's no
look at the Bengals,
chance.
last year. Yeah, unfortunately.
So that's interesting. I am excited to see. Emeka, you saw him play. He's a great receiver, but I'm excited more for Tez Johnson.
Yeah, unfortunately, sorry, real quick. Just he was elite at Ohio State. Just Jeremiah Smith took the spotlight, right? Because he's a freshman doing things that like NFL vets do. So I mean, he's went on the radar, and the Bucks were like, yes, please.
That's why it's a great pickup.
But Tez Johnson, another one, right? You were about to say. Under the radar, elite receiver, played with Oregon for a while. I mean, he's coming in an experienced college guy. He's not like 1 year guy, has a chance. No, he's a dog out of Oregon. Comes in here with the Bucks. Gets to learn from one of the best. One of the best. He's not the greatest. I mean, receiving like Mike Evans, right? He can't perform against the Saints. But he's a dog, right? I mean, if you can't play against a team you play twice a year and you have like 1 catch in 3 years. You can't be the best, right? He's a good receiver.
You guys solely focus on him. What do you want us to do?
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore. Okay, and so I'm excited to see these guys play, and it's almost making me excited for football because like these are the guys we watched last year in college, and like now they're gonna play preseason. And I'm excited. I'm growing up, guys. I'm getting old. You know,
we are.
You go watch preseason NFL football. I remember like, Dad, why are you watching this? Yeah,
we're
crazy.
Getting old.
And and I'm like. What are you guys doing Saturday? Sunday? Friday? Yeah, no. I'm watching preseason, baby.
We skipped over it a little bit, but Shiloh, I'm excited to see him play. He was overshadowed by his brother's kind of spotlight and his dad
so good in
and the whole media, but he's been performing in camp.
Yeah, I've heard.
He's been doing very well.
Insider knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
I've been told.
Who
he's doing pretty good. Shiloh Sanders? I can't give inside sources.
Okay.
No, you don't ask for sources, bro.
I'm excited to see him play, and I'm hoping he stands out. Solely because I want him to be better than his brother in all shapes and forms, but more so for the Bucks organization as a whole. As far as the Titans, you wanted to talk about Gunnar Helm?
Yeah, just shout out the Titans. I mean, I've heard from insider knowledge. Don't be going around spreading rumors, guys. Straight from the source. But he's been doing really good, working his way up the depth chart. He's going to be a guy. I think they're going to play him a lot in this game, and with Cam Ward, right? What's the quarterback's favorite tool? The guy in the middle of the field at 6'6", 240 pounds, right? So
Safety valve.
yeah, so I'm excited to see these two and I think Cam Ward's going to need a little help. So Gunnar Helm being in the middle, is going to help. Excited to see that guy. Excited to see Cam Ward. I think was announced that he's going to play. So excited to see that guy. The more I see on Cam Ward, the more I see this guy's a leader, and he's here to what you said though. He's here for football. Like he's not talking like try and suck. I mean, no, he's like I'm taking Tennessee to the Super Bowl, and more I see this guy, I'm like, yes sir. That's a quarterback. That's a leader. He's the first one there, last one out type of mentality. And so I'm starting to buy in on Cam Ward. So I'm a Titans fan. I'm excited to watch him, see what the future holds. Hopefully they play him longer than 2 drives that most starting quarterbacks get, just to get him experience because I think he can be successful. On the last week, kind of bashed him a little bit. But as I got, talked to my analysis and guys in the Titans organization, as I do, they said they were high on Cam, right? They said he's a leader, and the guys are buying in. You have vets buying in, right? And they have Calvin Ridley, who I forgot last week, dog, right? And then they got the Stanford receiver who was really elite. Name I'm not even gonna try.
Leak. IU Manor.
There we go.
IO Manor.
Leak. We're calling him Leak because he's gonna make the defense leak open. Coverage holes. It's football talk, guys. You wouldn't know. You don't
Get
know
your
ball.
mind out of the gutter. We're talking terms here.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Come on. It's embarrassing.
The Titans, I think. Whoa! What was that?
I was gonna say these are guys I'm excited to watch, and I mean,
yeah.
to see these young guys go out there and have a chance NFL. I mean, it's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff.
I wanted to say specifically about the Titans. I think although you do see them getting these great additions to their offense and to their team as a whole, they're still going to be a middle of the road team. I don't see them performing more than expected. They're going to be middle of the road. They're going to might make a wild card, but they're not going to be a super team by any stretch. And I hope they use these next 2-3 years to rebuild a little bit and eventually be a powerhouse that's going to be up there. Moving more towards kind of a powerhouse team, one that I'm excited for, one that I personally have as a pick to win a Super Bowl. Bills versus Giants. The Bills are a fantastic team. They're well-rounded. There's two that, well, one that I'm really excited for, one that you mentioned prior to us recording, that Jackson Dart, he needs to be their quarterback. And I don't put that.
I mean, Jameis Winston? Come on.
He's a good quarterback. He's a funny dude too. I like that guy as a person. I just think he's getting to the end of his ropes, and they're in a position where they need to have younger players playing. They need to put him in there, and they need to shape him as they want for that offense. They could put Jameis in there, and they could have a mediocre season, possibly make a playoff run at first round, get eliminated. But I would rather see them, even though they might suck and blow every single game, I'd rather put Jackson in there to give him that chance. If you put him in there and you see shites, you see little shots that he's doing, and you're seeing these little keys that are coming out, you need to have that chance. If you put Jameis in there and you guys have a mediocre season, maybe playoffs at best, what are you doing with that young talent you drafted? Nothing. Yeah, oh wow, he's learning in practice. That means nothing when it comes to game time. He can learn all he wants, and then he gets into game time, gets his head blown off because you're not allowing him to play. They need to put these younger quarterbacks in and let them play. And as much as I like Jameis, he needs to step back and kind of be like, hey, I'm getting older. If you're really into this team and you are really a player and you want to see your team succeed and that organization to succeed, he needs to step up and be like, hey, I want to see you play. You need to get your shit together. I'm going to help you out. We're going to work together. I want to see you shine because my time is getting to the end. Now, is that going to happen? Absolutely not. That's not how this works. It's not a TV show. This is real life.
Russell Wilson's the starting quarterback, yeah.
Okay, well, Russell's not. I don't like Russell either. What would he fucking say? What did he say with the Broncos?
Oh, Broncos Nation.
Yeah,
Right.
God, that was, speaking of dumpster fires, golly.
Yeah, it was a bad experience. But I mean, like you were saying, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that just the way NFL is. I mean, you don't bring in Russell and Jameis for them not to play. But I do think them drafting Jackson Dart was like, hey, this guy has potential. He's one of the higher rated talents on the board. We're going to bring him in. He's going to play the preseason because I'm not risking Russell getting hurt. Jameis could come in for a little bit, just, take off that rest a little bit. But Jackson is our guy, right? And so Russell came in. He's an MVP, I believe, right? Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl quarterback. And you have Jameis, who has been elite in the league, right? He's led a team, led a team to the playoffs, led in touchdowns, led in picks. So you have two different caliber quarterbacks, and you have Jackson Dart, who's gonna, hey, in that drive, I had a few completions, and we fizzled out, on the 40, and then you have Russell Wilson. Yeah, you see this here, the defense doing this. So I think it's a slow cook, and if the Giants start when they are 4-6, I think they put Jackson Dart in and like, hey, we're gonna see what you can do. You've been kind of taking this back seat this whole season. Now it's your time, your team. These guys are kind of on the back door of the NFL, and now it's your team. And I think that's more realistically what we're going to see. I would love to see Jackson Dart go out there and play. He was fun to watch in college. I mean, he was a dog. He had some mistakes, yeah. But I think this is a great program where he can succeed in just because of the people there that could have mentored him. I think Russell Wilson's probably a great mentor and mentor.
Mentor.
Yeah, inside sources I've heard he can be a little weird-ish kind of in the locker room in a leadership setting, but I'm hoping Jackson Dart kind of puts his pride to the side and kind of learns from these two great NFL quarterbacks. And then obviously Scott Bell, Buffalo, like we said, elite level team. They buffed up their defense. They should got draft some people he could throw to, weapons and all that. And so, do we see Buffalo play any of these guys? Probably not. Do we see the Giants hopefully win? Yeah. They're a young team, so I think they have some young guys play there.
I mean, especially in preseason, my expectation going into every preseason game is the lower rated team, if you want to say that, is going to win, and that's my hope, because all these other teams that are really powerhouses that take over the regular season, they're starting people that are never or will maybe never see the field, because they're trying to figure out the next keys that are going into these positions that you said are going near the back door of their career. So I would love to see the Giants win. Is that going to happen? I don't know, because the Bills coaching staff and the organization as a whole is fantastic at what they do. And obviously we've seen that the Giants are not. I'd love to see Scatterbo perform outstanding and score a couple. I'd like to see him score too. I would
love to see that. I was going to take him. Like, we haven't seen running back really hit a hole and like go 80 yards. I know it's week 1, but I love Scatterbo to be that guy. Just because I'm a big supporter. I wish he was on my team. Something about this guy, just like, yes.
You want to know why? Yes. Because he is football. That is how football's supposed to be played.
He is football. He gets a concussion and keeps freaking going.
Yeah, I mean, you see him get tackled when he comes up. And he's ready for the next play. Doesn't know where he's looking, but he's ready. He's there for you.
Cross-eyed. And he's going to go get a few. Damn straight.
But that's a majority of what I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we'll have more and more as it comes. We only had a couple games. And this Sunday and this weekend is when a majority of them are being played. So we'll have more to talk about as we see these players perform out this week. So if you have nothing else to talk about, I'm pretty sufficed with what we've done. I'm excited for the season. This is kind of the first season in a little while that I've been excited. I don't know if it's because we're following rookies and we're going into more of the draft and the team building aspect of it, but I am excited for the season, and I hope that a lot of these rookies stand out and they perform in a manner that most veterans should.
That'd be great. Yeah. I think that's where we are right now. We're excited because these rookies are coming in, and there's a lot of elite athletes that we watched in college that made great plays that are now coming in the NFL, and it's making preseason fun to watch. definitely the way the NFL is going, it's more kind of getting more offensively, kind of like college is. And so thank you for like bringing that up because that's I think last year was kind of for all of us was college focused. I mean, some people, if you're an Eagles fan, maybe watch NFL, fucking disgusting. You disgust me.
Okay, if you're an
Football's
Eagles
played in the
no,
South.
if you're an Eagles fan right now and you don't live in Philadelphia, you're a bandwagon. If you don't admit it, you're a psycho. Because there's no way that you have been a fan for that long. Now you're just popping out. And if you
I won't shout
are,
out. When I was 3, I was an Eagles fan, so I'm
again,
judging.
I have open interviews for co-host, preferably someone who
I
doesn't
like the
switch
Eagles,
teams.
dude. They were a cool animal, dude.
Oh, you like
Back
the
then, I was all
animal?
about the animal. I was Jags fan. Yeah, fly Eagles, fly, baby. I mean, yeah. Jaguars, Dolphins, Eagles did it all, and then I saw Drew Brees,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in love. Never knew I could love like that.
You just text him, bro. I'm sure you'd hang out for lunch.
No, he's with family right now. I did text him for this. Yeah, just get some. We text daily. How
Oh
you doing
yeah,
today, bud?
all the time.
Yeah,
He's your best
obviously.
friend.
Do you text Tom?
Tom actually works for me.
Oh,
He kisses my kids goodnight.
on the lips. What?
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week's podcast. I hope all of you enjoyed
Yeah.
watching. The ones that do, I mean, I hope that everyone that watches can comment below something that you want to hear, some players that you think are standout, and we could do our
Yeah,
research.
please comment some guys that you're excited to see on your team or did see this weekend. We'll look more into them or we'll analyze their film. And then we'll tell you what's for real. Are you just an emotional fan, excited about the buzz? Is it real talent? Are you going to be good this year? Is this guy someone you can wear on the back of your fucking shirt? You know what I'm saying? And we'll do it, guys. And hopefully week 1 is exciting. I think we're all kind of excited. Football is back. And hopefully it leads us to a great podcast for preseason week 2. We come back and say, yeah, Spencer Rattler's the truth. Damn straight.
Again, this guy's
Yeah.
delusional, but thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. Comment down below.
Appreciate it,
We'll
yeah.
shout you guys out if we choose some of your comments. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. We
Yeah,
post
please do.
weekly episodes. So they may not be on the same day, but we're doing our best to get one out a week. Especially when college football comes out, that's going to be probably our primary focus, but we're going to try to do both every week. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, guys. See you next week.
Peace!